drop in your multicam footage, you pick the cut, you shape the story. Finally, AI in Premiere Pro done right. Not AI taking over, AI taking direction. Then you point Hook at it and go get a workout in. We'll do the heavy lifting. Come back to a finished edit. Filler, dead space, gone. Full control right in Premiere. You're the director. Find the hook, cut the rest. This is Hook.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Ora here again with Lore Studios. Super excited about our new plugin. It's called Hook. Hook is finally AI in Premiere done right. We use DeepGram for the transcription process, and then you can choose either Claude or OpenAI as the brains behind the story. If you don't know how to install our plugins, just make sure you go to aescripts.com and download their free ZXP installer. Like I said, you're gonna need 2 API. So here's DeepGram. You can go to council.deepgram.com and log in however you would like to get your DeepGram API key. This is a BYOK plugin. Bring your own keys. We did this for a few reasons. Top priority, we want you to be able to choose what AI you use because we're at the forefront of AI. There's only going to be more insane models, and we did not want to lock down one model. So we figured by bringing your own keys, you can choose the brains behind this plugin, and it's only going to make it more powerful. I prefer Claude, but you guys use whatever you want. If you decide to use Claude, all you need to do is go to platform.claude.com and sign in, and you're going to make sure you have your API key with Cloud Console. If you prefer OpenAI, that's completely fine. You go to platform.openai.com, and that's how you'll find your API key for OpenAI. Copy and paste your keys in here, and then you hit secure. You don't have to worry about your keys being leaked. They are now securely on your computer. We have 2 main modes here. You can make one single clip, or you can select, right here I have a 50-minute podcast. You can select batch mode. You can hit auto target, or you can select the amount of short forms. Maybe for your job, you're like, all right, I've been tasked, I have to get 5 short form done. So then you can set a number, and it's going to go find the best 5 that it can find with the strongest story. Let's say you don't have a select number that you're trying to find, but then just hit auto, and it's going to go find the best stories. If you only have 3 good short form, it's only going to highlight 3 for you. If over a 50-minute podcast you have 12, it could kick out 12 for you if you want. There's also the options to do questions. This mode works great if you have one host asking a lot of questions to your guest. Questions mode just makes sure you find every single question asked. If you hit auto, it will make a short form for every question ever asked. Highlights, just think of that as the top moments from your podcast. All right, I'm going to switch back to single clip. I'll show you batch mode here in a little bit. Let's talk about the assembly modes. So I want you to consider our plugin Hook as the top director sitting right next to you editing your videos. We don't like to make plugins that automate everything for you. I like to create videos. I graduated from film school. I don't want AI to take my job. I don't want AI to just edit all my videos for me. Hook in its bare bones is going to take all the camera layers that you have synced up. I have all these 3 camera angles on my timeline synced up to the audio. You can have 5 camera angles if you want, 7. It doesn't matter. The most important thing to remember as you set up your file is that the most dominant speaker, simply put, the person who talks the most, his video needs to be on video 1 layer, and his matching audio needs to be on audio 1 layer. This way, our software knows how to correlate who's talking with the camera that it enables. If for whatever reason you don't want to do the work, just make sure the dominant speaker's audio is on audio layer 1, and then you can leave the video and just hit swap speaker cameras. It also recognizes if you're on a horizontal or a vertical timeline. In horizontal, it's just going to cut to the wide shot. In vertical, it's actually going to stack. As both of them are talking. They're 2 solo cams, which is really cool. I love that feature. But it's never just going to cut randomly to this wide shot. We're not trying to compete with Autopod or any of those software out there that automatically switch to whoever's talking. This will do that. This is all about telling stories. Now that you know how to set up your project file, that's crucial, because you might be like, well, why is his audio going and it's showing him when it's coach talking? Well, it's because you don't have your audio set up on the right tracks. Now that you have everything set up correctly, let me show you the beauty of this plugin. Let's say you really like this time code for whatever reason. So right now we're at 25-minute timestamp. It's roughly a 3-minute timestamp I have right here. Let's say I know that I want a short form on that timestamp and I'm not doing batch mode because I'm going through and listening and finding things that I like. Hey, I like this story. If you just select it and you come over here and select your assembly mode, and then you go down here and you hit hook, it's going to simply look at whatever you have selected. It will disregard everything else, which is really cool because you can fine tune almost anything. You can literally have AI edit any section of your footage with our plugin. Now that you know whatever you have selected is going to be the only part that AI reads, let's talk about the assembly modes and the modifiers. Viral mode is exactly like it sounds. When you click viral mode, you're saying, I want you to find the best soundbite, move it to the front, right? For the hook, that's where we got the name. Move it to the front of the clip for a hook, and then find the best story to support that hook. That is viral mode. Tighten is almost the exact same thing, except it's not going to move the best soundbite to the front. Tighten is like, hey, leave the layout and the flow of this, but condense it all. Best take, that's where if you're editing a commercial and someone keeps saying the same line over and over, and they give you a 10-minute video and you have to condense that down to the only best takes, that's where you would utilize best take. In trailer, you can highlight this entire 55-minute podcast, hit trailer mode, and it's going to literally build a movie trailer. It's going to use cliffhangers with a question at the end and no response. It's going to find the best sound bites, but also the most intriguing sound bites that make people want to watch your long form podcast. So that's a really cool feature. Once you select the assembly mode, then you come down here and you can utilize modifiers, but you don't have to. Some of these base assembly modes, they work perfect on their own. But let's say you want it really fast paced. That's just going to really move the story along. It's going to cut out a lot. Very aggressive pacing. You can pair that with surgical, and it cuts almost every filler word. It cuts almost all dead space. It misses a few. Like I said, it's AI. It's still learning. It's still getting better. But for the most part, you only have to fix maybe 10%, 90%, it gets all the way there. If you select relaxed flow, it won't let you use these modifiers because they contradict each other. Essentially what that's going to do, the short forms are much more drawn out, natural pauses, exactly like it says. And I think this is a good place to interject. I'm not using these to get out of work. I'm using these plugins, and we've created these plugins to allow us to be more creative on the flip side and to make these videos better. I'm working here with Adam Brenneman. He's one of the top sports content creators in the country. I'm not trying to get out of work with him. The exact opposite. I'm doing my best to make his videos absolutely the best in the country. So if I can have AI find the story for me so I can focus on the effects and the text in the background and all the cool things that we can do today with special effects and captions and all of that stuff, then I'm going to utilize these plugins to get me there faster. Sure, if you want to, and some of you have to. Some of you are a one-man team and you don't have the ability to edit a lot. We wanted AI within Premiere Pro. We know that there's short form editors you can buy web-based, and they will spit out the top short form clips in a podcast or said video, whatever you utilize, but you can't edit them. This gives you full function in Premiere to continue editing them. There's your 3 modifiers. I typically, when I'm working on my short forms, I live on these settings right about there. Viral, fast, surgical. Swap speaker cameras, there you go. If you accidentally screwed up where your audio's layered, you could use that, and now it's going to get you in the right place. Let's talk about the duration of the video. Super important. For the most part, I leave it on Smart Target. It does a phenomenal job. Our AI is taught that, hey, if there's fluff and it's not a good video and it drags on, then make it whatever target length you want. It might be a really cool video, but it's not worth 2 minutes. It's only worth 20 seconds, or it might worth 50. You get it. That's what Smart Target does. But I would encourage you to experiment with it. Make one video on viral, fast, aggressive, Smart Target, and then make another one. Hey, I want it around 30 seconds. And it's pretty cool, the different outcomes that you can get. It's actually really cool. In fact, one of my favorite ways to switch it up is to make it give me a viral video at a minute, and then I trim it up from there about 20 seconds. So from there, you can use the director notes And let's say you really want the question at the beginning. Sometimes on these viral and Titan modes, it removes the question. So I might say, please leave the question at the beginning in the short form. I can't spell, couldn't I? Oh my gosh. So you can also give director's notes. Hey, make the pacing faster from even with the modifiers on, or tighten it up, or make sure you leave that part where he talks about his dog getting hit by, that's terrible. Golly, sorry, I don't know where my head went there. Make sure you leave the part in where he saves the dog from the tornado, and it will make sure it leaves that in. Then you select the most recent, so that would be Claude Fable 5, but I don't know, it's hacking the US government or maybe someone's trying to hack Fable 5, I don't know, so it's down. Currently, Claude Fable 5 is down, so I am using Claude Opus 4.8. So some of you might be like, well, where's OpenAI? Well, with my API keys, I'm using Claude, so it's not going to give me OpenAI's options. It's only going to give me Claude options. But before we actually do one, I want to show you some even more incredible features. This is not just a short form editor. Get that out of your mind. Just because it says hook, this is not just a short form editor. Let's say I click off viral and I click off all these modifiers. This essentially turns AI into your Premiere Pro editor assistant. Please condense this video for me. Put in your target duration. Good night. I can't spell. I'm sorry. Remove anything that doesn't keep the story focused. From there, you could say hook it, director's cut. Now you're bypassing all modes and modifiers, and you are turning your favorite AI into your own Premiere editing intern. So let's talk real quick about the cost. So you're paying for our plugin, it's $16 a month. API key, I'm still on the free credits they gave me, and I've made hours worth of videos. For DeepGram, I have paid $0, and I've done this for weeks now. For Claude, I've spent $5 and I've probably gone 2 weeks. If you think that you're gonna have to spend $16 on us and then tons of money on the AI, no. The way we built this plugin and the API tokens usage, you're using pennies on the video. That's also why we let you choose the model, because certain models don't use as much tokens. So if you're like, hey, it don't need to be perfect, use one of these smaller usage token models like Opus or Sonnet. All right, I'm going to use 4.8. So let's see this thing in action. We're going to change the sequence settings to a short form video so you can really see what I'm talking about. 1920.
You have to actually start to chip away at it, right? You have to tactically go about it every day. You can't just say, oh, we got to fix the roster. But I'm curious.
All right, so he's going to ask him a question at some point. So here's all I'm going to do. I'm going to delete what I have in the director's notes. I'm going to go a viral short form. I want it fast and aggressive. I want smart target, and I'm going to say, make sure to include the question at some point. Because remember, viral mode's going to move the best hook, the best line to get your audience's attention to the very front, and then it's going to craft the best story behind it. So I've got it on viral mode. Let's hook it and viral hook it. So let's click the hook it button. So yeah, your computer, that would have probably taken 3 seconds. Because watch the rest, the AI side, it's super fast. My computer's the slow part. I bet you it's, there you go, took 20 seconds. All right, let's come over here and see how it did. So first thing to know, it brings in your wide angle audio. So if it sounds like he's in an echo chamber, just delete it. Now you're back to your 2 audio channels. Turn it up, see if you can hear it.
When you got here, what's the thing that you said, boy, I have to fix this like right away to people? You had to establish a DNA, a philosophy, and a buy-in with those that are here, and you had to go get a bunch from outside and assess what's here to see what fit and what didn't. It's a painful step that you can't skip, and I'm glad we never skipped it because it established the DNA.
Awesome. So every once in a while, you get a few random cuts in here, and it's fun. Like I said, it's AI. It gets you 90% of the way. I didn't have to cut out all those filler and gaps in there. Look at that. Thank you. I don't have to go. Normally, this is what I'm doing. So look how much time that just saved us. and shameless plug, you could use our plugin Forge to quickly get legit layouts here. So if I go bottom half here, and then put him on the top half. So in a few clips with Forge and Hook, now I'm starting to get this short form quickly off the ground. I'm going to show you another cool feature of some of our plugins, another shameless plug to show you how to make short form super fast. Right here, Coach says it's all about the people. He says all about the people. Well, we work with the University of Miami, so we're not stealing anyone's photos. I'm just going to take a quick clipboard shot of Coach right there to highlight it's all about the people. We're going to use our Snap plugin. It brings in photos from your clipboard or wherever your playhead is. I'm going to hit snap to selection, so it's that exact distance. Boom, just brought in a picture of Coach. I'm going to hit my Forge button and put him on the bottom 3/5. Boom, and now we got a picture of the people he's talking about. I delete all the other audio. Boom, boom. Put the crossfades in.
The buy-in with those that are hearing, you had to go get a bunch from outside and assess what's here to see what.
So you could finish and fine-tune this, and you can see how quickly you can get to the good stuff to make your videos stand out. Like I said, I'm not using AI to get cookie cutter videos like everyone else. I'm looking at these AI plugins that are going out all across the internet, and they're all plugins to get it completely done. None of our plugins are designed from Forge to Drop, our audio plugin, to Snap, to Stack, to Hook. None of our plugins are designed to edit videos for you so you don't have to do anything. They're designed to automate the time-sucking parts of video creation so you can quickly make a story. And let's say you want to add something to it. Well, here's the good thing. We never ran our original file out here. So we could just come back here and we could make some notes. Don't worry about the question at the beginning. Also, I know there's some better stuff in there. You trimmed it a little too much. Make it 40 seconds. Like I said, I don't like auto target. I think I kind of prefer the 45 to 50 second mark, kind of right around there. That's kind of the best luck I've had. All right, let's talk about batch mode and then we'll move on. So let's say you have an entire podcast, right? All you do, go over to batch mode. We're going to hit auto and we're going to choose. We're going to let it find the best ones. We're going to keep it on viral, fast, surgical, aggressive. Let's go 45 seconds just for fun. We're going to use Cloud Opus AI, and we are going to tell our AI to scout the hour-long podcast. So I want you to see how fast this is going to work. I have a very slow computer. It is going to export out the audio for the entire hour-long podcast, and well, I mean, you can see it. 15, 20 seconds. So there you go. You see how fast it is. It actually just went faster than on that one single clip. And I wanted to show you that in real time. I didn't cut anything. I wanted to show you that this plugin's fast, okay? And we slowed it down a little bit on the AI side on purpose. Like I said, we are not using AI to get video editing down to 10-second process and I do nothing and then I export it to my job. That's terrifying. Why would our jobs need us? Why would they ever need us if we automate the entire process? They want it. They'll just hire, they'll go out on opus.com or any of those web form, short form creators, and they wouldn't use any of us. I'm competing against AI robots to keep my job, to keep my video editing job. So I'm never going to promote a plugin that does everything for you. We got this hour-long podcast, and it went and scouted the entire video, and here's the top short form in its opinion. So let's read it here. Cristobal recounts how he nearly became a Secret Service agent before a panicked overnight reversal sent him back to coaching for $1 an hour. Yeah, we're going to keep that. That looks dope. FIU disaster job. The wild story of taking the FIU head job to discover probation, stolen gear, unpaid airlines. Yeah, that seems amazing. I owe Miami. Cristobal explains the emotional late-night decision to leave Oregon and return to struggling Miami after his brother challenged him. Definitely doing that. Losing his mother. So this is a good point. Could I make a video out of that? Yeah. And I know he talked about it, but I just don't feel respectful out of respect for Coach Cristobal. I'm not going to do that one. Jets interview gauntlet. Cristobal describes the brutal 10-hour Jets coaching interview. That could be good, but right now, I'm not trying to attract coaches. That seems kind of like coach talk. I'm trying to attract fans right now. Adversity is yearly. Cristobal pushes back on over-dramatized football narratives. Nothing I'm too creative. How Cristobal built one of the best offensive and defensive lines. Fans love that stuff. Let's do it. So close to the title. Cristobal reflects on reaching the national championship game and channeling that positive anger from falling just short. Love it. So we got 5 right there. I'm going to build the selected. So it's going through right now, and it's building all of these out into their own folders. You can see here on Hook. So now you're always organized. Look how organized you are. And we created this specifically that it remembers the master timeline settings. I have an audio workflow that I'm obsessed with, so I put it on the main timeline, this Hook main timeline, and it travels to every single one of these compression and EQs. So I'm not going through and adding my audio settings to all these. It's beautiful. And look, you can just see big picture. Let's just talk big picture of this plugin. You can just see the beauty of this plugin in that it's doing a ton of the work for you, but it's not doing all of it for you. You still have opportunity to be an editor. And like I said, you're going to have to go and fine tune some of this. It's not perfect. It's not removing every gap, every flow. It's really freaking close. And as AI models get better and better, it's only going to get better and better. That's the beauty of this plugin. If you even like it a little bit right now, there you go, it's done. That probably took 3 minutes to wrap your head around that. That took 3 minutes to scout your entire hour-long podcast, find the 8 to 9 best clips, and from there, I chose my 5 favorite, and now I have 5 ready to go short forms, and I'm going to edit them quickly how I want them to look. I have all the angles there if I want to use it, and you can just see how quickly this plugin is going to save you time. Let's go through here. Let's just look at one real quick. I won't take up too much of your time. We'll look at one more example. Let's look at, if I remember as I edited the long form, this was pretty funny, the FIU disaster. So remember, delete the wide form audio that it comes with. I select and do the crossfades on everything. Let's go listen to it.
Take the job, and 2 days later, they sit me down with a group of people called legal counsel. I know you just signed the contract, but we just want to let you know you're going on a 5-year probation starting next month. You are going to lose approximately 30 scholarships. You have 17 ineligible players. The list went on and on and on. We go to play Alabama. We get to the airport. There's no airplanes. Someone didn't pay the bill. We were supposed to go to the Orange Bowl for a scrimmage. Buses never showed up. Bills weren't paid. And so we had to have like a team meeting. Who has what kind of car? I'll take 3 linemen. So highly recommended for anyone who really wants to test their sanity.
I mean, that was phenomenal. I wouldn't change a thing. And here's a great example of when it hears 2 people talking at the same time, it stacks them. So it gets you to a short form quick. If you wanted to, if you were on a budget and you don't have time, you could use the default captions and you could get that thing done in a few seconds, slap a logo on it. Like I said, shameless plug here, our Forge layout, our Forge plugin here gets 48 layouts within 1 click. So if you just want to get them there, you just select the layout. But if you wanted to actually mask, put it in a nest. From there, you select whichever layout you want out of the 48. I like this diagonal one. He's looking to the left, so I'm going to have him on the right side, not the other way around. Okay, what's it asking me? You just need to create a one-time mask over here in our Forge plugin. So I'm going to create that one-time mask. 2400 by 2400. Come over here, it tells you what to name it. You never have to do that again. That's a one-time thing. So you can see how quickly you can get this to a good spot. So I come over here, now I select that nest. It adds the mask on it. Come down here, This is what's beautiful of being inside Premiere. If you were in Opus or in some other short form editor, and just like that, I love that layout, right? Like that.
Take the job, and 2 days later, they send me that.
You just hit the forge button. You can also get it to zoom in. Let's say you want this clip right here. We'll forge his eyes directly to the middle. Come over here. Now you can zoom in on this one. I'm gonna hit 14% zoom. It just did it. So now when it cuts to the next angle,
I know he's just
looks like he zoomed in. Okay, well, his eyes aren't centered anymore. All you do, if you hit a keyframe,
he's just
and then he moves his face, hit forge again, it just moves it on the y-axis to center it up. Ease in here.
counsel. I know he's just signed a
So you can see how quickly
take the job, and 2 days later, they sent me down with a group of people called legal counsel. I know he's just signed a
you can see how quickly our plugins get you to a great spot. Let me show you the trailer I actually made from that video, and I did within Hook utilize our trailer mode. So this is the trailer mode.
90% of my life has taken place within a 3 square mile area. I lived and died to support the Hurricanes, to watch them play, and then when I got into high school and started playing, I'm like, man, if I could only be a Hurricane one day. You were supposed to become your Secret Service agent. Got the job.
I'm utilizing AI to get the story quicker, to get the layouts quicker. So then, like his head, I rotoscoped outside of the mask to really make it feel like depth. With that free time, I can do more cool effects like this. So, all right, I won't show you guys the entire thing, but you don't even have to use any of these modes. You can turn all of them off, and you could legit simply go in here and use AI as your own editor. You could just literally select it all again. AI just found this, and you could literally say whatever you want. Hey, cut out blah 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 blah. So appreciate you guys listening to the end. I probably rambled a lot, but I'm super passionate about this plugin. It is only getting better for $16. Are you kidding me? Some of you, not me. I don't get paid for quantity. Thank God. I'm very, very thankful I work for a company that pays me for quality, not quantity. I'm super thankful for that. I love my company. Shameless shout out, College Sports Company. Go follow us on all social media if you're not. But I work for a company that's not all about quantity, they're about quality. And that's what these plugins are for, to help get you fast to a spot where you can then go in and really fine tune them and make them legit. But for you editors that are paid by the video, are you kidding me? You can whip out 5 short form within Premiere. You just saw it in a few minutes. Lay out captions, add a few pictures, and you're done. If you get paid by the video, it's no brainer, dude. $16 a month. This thing pays for it in the first 10 seconds. Hey. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all. Have a great day. If you have any questions or anything, put them in the comments or email us. You got a free trial week. Go try it out. So thanks, guys.